Now, when we first bought the house in 1985, we opened it as a bed and breakfast.
Right.
We knew things were happening because we would get feedback from guests.
Okay.
But it really wasn't until we moved into the house and lived here that we really started experiencing some phenomenal stuff. Over here is the window that my granddaughter, when she was 4 years old, would point up to this window, and she saw a mean-looking little girl there.
Well, I would see like this little girl, and she would just always have like this really mean face.
Did she ever try to speak to you, or you try to speak to her?
She would just like look at you just like a death stare. Every time I come in the ballroom, I just have a bad vibe. Like, it's just not something I want to come into.
This is where we lived as a family, the third floor of the house. We heard slamming doors, creaks and moans. And this is the Pemberton room. As you can see, we've opened up the ceiling there with plexiglass to expose where one of the 5 cannonballs hit the house back during the Civil War. And you know, this was our son's bedroom when he was in high school.
I was having a dream about paranormal activity in this house, but when I woke up, at the foot of my bed, I saw a shadow man. Clear as day, it's like a silhouette of long hair of a man at the foot of my bed. Wow. Kind of threw the covers back over my face.
Oh, wow.
And just said, you know, hey, I'll just wait till the morning. You know, of course, you can't sleep.
Yeah, after that.
This is the ground floor, and by far the most active room is the Dixie room. Back during the Civil War days, gangrene was so prevalent that the only way to defeat gangrene was to amputate. So they were doing amputations in that room, fast and furious. And there were reports that the limbs, they would pile as high as the ceiling with these limbs. Arms, legs, hands, feet, everything. We've had several reports of the smell of gangrene.
Makes sense.
And we have had at least 100 reports of exactly the same sighting in this room. There's a young Confederate soldier sitting by the fireplace holding his leg. His leg had been amputated.
Interesting.
Wow.
So I'm Kristen, this is Daryl, and you may know Lydia. She would come visit her grandfather, Harry. And we have some toys here for you to play with. Now, Lydia remembers some times in her life where she saw you. You want to talk about that, Lydia?
Do you remember me? You used to give me this mean stare. I don't know what I did or why you had that stare, but if you could tell us, that would be great. Y'all, either there was people walking outside or somebody, or I just saw a shadow.
Was it both windows?
And it looked like just somebody was just walking right across it. Like that.
Like something like this?
It looked on the inside or the outside?
The outside.
Let me look out there real quick. There's nobody out here. And as you can see, it would have taken somebody quite a bit to get away from here. I'm not picking anything up on the thermal. No heat signatures. Hey, Lydia. Lydia.
Sir.
I went out there. There's nobody out there. I shined the thermal. Couldn't pick up any heat signatures.
And I don't know if the camera caught it, but it looked like a person was moving.
When Lydia saw the shadow walk across the front porch, I immediately, within 10 or 15 seconds, was out that front door. There was nothing there. I used the FLIR camera, saw nothing. There was nothing in sight. So I'm not sure what she saw.
Hey Ghost Hunters fans, be sure to subscribe to the A&E YouTube channel for more paranormal content and catch full episodes on A&E or aetv.com.